Peace. This is King over Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about why I don't care about Russia invading the Ukraine. I don't give a goddamn. I don't care at all. They're both Indo-Europeans. They're the same people. They're both Europeans, just living on the other side of an invisible man-made line that they call a country, sovereignty, or their nation. They need to work together. They need to come together and realize that there's only one race, and that's the human race. They should work together, form one nation, a unified nation, one people, work in harmony, work in peace. Forget their independence. How can they be independent from themselves? They're one people. The Ukrainians are actually Russians. The Russians are actually Ukrainians. They're all the same. Slavic. Isn't the type of stuff we hear as Africans in America? When we start talking about being pro-black and having our own nation and our independence from white supremacy, from white people, they say, well, it's just one race, the human race. Some will even say there's no African Americans, just Americans. We're all the same. Forget the cultural differences, any distinctions that may exist between us and them. They say we're just all one people. It's just all the same. You know, that's why critical race theory don't need to be taught, because, you know, we're all just the same. So we can't get our independence from them because we're all under the Constitution, all under one flag, one nation, whatever. Some black people realize that they were the original indigenous people over here, the Native Americans, and that we should have our own land independence, own federations, own sovereignty, whatever you may have it be. And they say, no, you're American. This is the United States of America. Well, how about the United States of Russia, including Ukraine? If you can argue the need for independence of Ukrainians that are the same Indo-European Slavic people as the Russians, then you definitely should see the need for independence for Black Americans, descendants of former slaves, descendants of slaves in America, why we would need our own independence and our own nation. Hell, we can't even get justice or rights within this country. But we're forced to go under them and be under them and not have our own independence and be under their laws and their nation. We're forced. But here it is, you got the Ukrainians is the same as the Russians, and you don't want them to be one nation. Because independence just means that you're in a position to make sure the needs and rights of your people are actually being met. That's why you would want to be independent, and you use your sovereignty and your nationhood to protect the rights of your people. Now, while we in America can't get our rights and get justice, this country, this European, is willing to go all the way to Ukraine and worry about their independence from Russia and their nation, and not how they're mistreating black people in America and how they are killing us wholesale. They more so care about Ukrainian independence. And they really don't even care about Ukrainian independence. They just don't want Putin to become more powerful by constantly expanding, by taking over those territories, building a stronger military with more resources, and becoming a world power. That's their real concern. They really do not care about Ukrainians. So while blacks in America are fighting for freedom and liberation and human dignity and justice, they over there fighting over invisible lines. That those invisible lines are more important than the people that they have made invisible in America.